Hey there, welcome to the Goofball, and this is another Battlefront episode. Doing a mod, like a pretty big one. Has an entire new era. The whole idea behind this is it's the old Republic. It's Knights of the Old Republic, which I absolutely love, by the way. Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite thing in Star Wars, and it makes me really happy to see that there's actually like a mod that makes an entire era just for this. And I'm getting the crack kicked out of me, which is not very good. Come on, come on. You can't outrun me. I am a melee fighter. Hold on. So yeah, this is like gonna be, I guess, a shorter one. I made a previous attempt. No, stay away from that. All right, I guess. I made a previous attempt at an episode 2, and it was immediately claimed by SME, Sony Music Entertainment, I think, because there was like 5 seconds where like music was actually like audible, like 5 seconds total where it was like a quiet moment, and I was just like, okay, so this is the thing. So, and I don't know. Either way, that one's gone now. So now I'm just kind of doing a thing. Now this is my replacement for the day. But yeah, it was entirely my fault. Now I have the music turned off now. So yeah. I did turn up the music volume though, so this one will probably just, and I turned down the graphics quality on this so I can make the performance a bit better. Either way, I'm hoping this one's gonna be a bit better. The last one was more chill. This one's gonna be funnier, I think, maybe. And if it isn't long enough, then I'll do an entire extra episode. I'm gonna do like an entire extra match just because I can. Come on, come on. This is not a good melee system because this was made for Jedi. Like the melee was made for Jedi in this game, not a T3 unit. He's right there. All right. Let's just use this thingy. All right. So this in general isn't a very polished era, I guess, and which is saddening because it's great, but like this is the whole idea behind the Endar Spire. It's not spoilers because it's the first scene of the first game. Basically, the Endar Spire is over Terrace, and it's being attacked by an Imperial cruiser. This was the old Empire and the old Republic, just to make the distinction before the Republic became the Empire and all that. It's actually 4,000 years before the first movie, just to give a sense of scale as to how long ago this was. Hold on, gotta. Yeah, the the Imperial army attacks. They attack. They basically just attack the Endar Spire because there are Jedi on it and whatnot. So now, like, the whole idea of I guess like the whole idea of of this part of the game, it would be like a small tutorial of how like the base parts of the game work. Which it's really well implemented actually, because like normally you'd have like a tutorial saying like press A to do this, press B to do this, and it's like it's not that. It's like there's so many more like elements to the game than just press A to do this, because there's actually like there's a turn system and all that, but it's implemented in a way that it isn't really a turn system, I guess. Because you can make your character crazy overpowered by just by having master speed, which is a force power, which basically lets you attack 3 times in a single turn with a single attack. So if you use, so you're going to get 3 different rolls for 3 different attacks, and it is really overpowered. Also, yes, in the game, this was happening. Oh, I just realized this actually does make it feel like this map is spinning. I'm gonna free cam for a second, just to hold on. Okay, so they actually have like little they have Sith interceptors already. They have Sith interceptors fully modeled, flying around. That's really cool. I like that. I respect that. These ships, these are cool. I love these. I absolutely love these. Let's see. What else? Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. Resume game. Whoa.
Hostile reinforcements are dropping.
Vertigo simulator. Yes, please. Alright. If I die, then I'm going to play as Carthanasi, who is one of the main characters in the game, who you actually meet on the Endar Spire. What happened? Why was I... No explosion happened, because I didn't die. And that was an explosion. That was an explosion. And here he is, in really low poly. Like, this actually is worse than the original game. The original game was actually pretty good, even though it was like 2003. And I accidentally got a team kill. That was not intended. Come on. He's basically the Han Solo of this. With a pistol he needs to reload, which is unusual for this game. Like, for this game, reloading pistols is not a normal thing. They usually just either overheat or something else. Oh, a sniper shot. Well, I know. This is a reference. There's different abilities. There's like normal attacks, and then they all have like their own specific thing they can use. And his is sniper shot. It's like it's a high crit chance thing. One shot, and it's really powerful in this, it seems. Crap. Come on. I need to get some kills to keep going, and I didn't. That's a shame. Oh, Yeti Gummen. Yeti Gummen. Yeti Gummen. That's the name of this. Yeti Gummen. Yeti Gummen. That is. I wonder if that's the name of the Jedi. Like every single time, it's like we need to send in a Jedi gunman, and it's like I know, let's send Yeti Gummen, and it's like no. Oh. This is the worst character idea, and just a Jedi gunman. This just named Yeti Gummen. That is the worst. That is the worst. Force whirlwind for first Verler. First Verler. I cannot speak Ungarish. We won. So it's much less climatic if you leave out the music. But since this one didn't take very long, let's play another thing from the Old Republic, which is this next one is spoilers. So if you want to play the old 2003 game, Knights of the Old Republic, and you don't want to have anything at all spoiled for you, you can cut off from here. However, very few people are probably going to do that. Also, there's a copy of it on there's Knights of the Old Republic for the iPhone. So if you want to get that, just look up KOTOR, and you'll probably find it. Aside from that, this is what was it called? Space Ricotta Prime. If you don't know what I couldn't have called it. Spoiler alert: the Starforge. Why does it say Mos Eisley? Destroy all enemy nears. Mos Eisley isn't a thing here. But yeah, this space assault's actually structured much differently than the normal one. It's really weird. Like it's not what you'd expect from something like this, because normally in a space assault, the main idea is it's basically to destroy the different parts of an enemy fleet and try and then after that destroy the enemy fighters. And this, pretty much the only way you're gonna win is to destroy the entire fleet just by shooting at these things like this. Like that thing, the Hammerhead class cruiser, which was actually in another spoiler, Rogue One. There was the Hammerhead class cruiser, which made me really happy because I recognized it almost immediately. These you have to destroy these things. This is all actually really out of scale. If it were in real scale, these things would be gigantic. Like these these things are huge. Like the hangars are not nearly that size, which really bothers me. But you know, what can you do? The fact that so this is also a thing. They're trying to imitate the Starforge. The Starforge, for one, was much bigger than this. Like even though like in scale it's still like a large item, it doesn't mean that it's still like not small compared to the original, like compared to the actual one. Because the original Starforge was like moon-sized. It was huge. It was this huge battle station that actually like siphoned power from the sun to create like whatever the person who was commanding it wanted it to. It's so, as it sounds, it was a really powerful thing. And it would be amazing to have, except for apparently it's a dark side artifact somehow, and I don't really know how. That was a thing that they didn't really elaborate on in the actual game, which kind of upsets me because they didn't do, I don't know, they didn't do much world building in that respect. But what little world building they did for the Starforge, they pretty much doubled it for everything else. Every character has their own like little quirks and whatnot. You get to know them. It's really interesting. So if this hasn't spoiled some things that'll happen, then still get it. I'm not gonna spoil like every single piece of the story because it really is an experience that you really should play it. It's an amazing game. But yeah, this is honestly like it's really good to see a love of Knights of the Old Republic. Also, should I do a Knights of the Old Republic 2 sort of game playthrough? Because it's one of the only sequels I've seen that you don't really need to know much about the original game, Knights of the Old Republic 1, to actually to understand what's going on in the game. Because it does good with exposition. It basically says, this is the this is why the Jedi Order is in shambles, or this is why the Empire is in hiding, or it does exposition really well, and that's something I really like. But yeah, should I do a little like, I guess not really let's play. I mean, I know I tag these things as let's plays because that's technically what they are, but for real, this isn't really a let's play. We aren't like going through the campaign mode of this game. Well, that was close. We aren't going through the campaign mode of this because the campaign is frankly a little bit uninteresting. Like the missions that they show are pretty neat. Some of them are really tedious. But like I don't know. It's I wouldn't mind doing a. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and steal one of their fighters. Like, I wouldn't mind doing a let's play of Knights of the Old Republic 2. It would be fun. It would be fun. Alright, that was not intentional. Also, you can switch sides by pressing this little thing. I thought that was pretty neat. But I'm on the Empire. I'm devoted. So let's get going in this cool little ship. So let's do a thing. Also, more about the original episode 2. It was taken down by Sony Music Entertainment because, like I said earlier, there was like maybe 5 seconds where I was like kind of quiet because I was thinking if there's something to say next. And like there was a song playing in the background from Star Wars, and it immediately was claimed, even though I thought it was like really quiet, so nothing would happen. So no music, I guess. So there was music kind of in the background of the last one, but I guess I was talking over the last one way too much for anything to be recognized. I don't know. Kind of weird how the copyright claim system works. Because like I know like people are probably tired about YouTube commentary, but really I actually do not understand how any piece of the copyright claim system works. Because I know they have like content ID and whatnot. However, it seems to be really selective on which pieces of which things that they actually content ID, which is not really a good thing because that pretty much eliminates the integrity of the system. because like you could easily have, like, for example, Disney say, oh, this person's making video games, like making Star Wars video game videos, which I am, and like for the most part it would be okay because, you know, it's free advertisement. However, there are other occasions where it's more of like, oh, you know, this uses Star Wars content, let's take it down, which doesn't make sense to me because it's really selective, and I don't know. I'm lost. Hold on. Where the heck am I? Back this way, I guess. I got lost for a second. But yeah, it just seems really selective, which is weird. But you know, it's YouTube's system. They do with it what they want, basically. But what can you do, right? I thought I could go through there, but I guess not. This is just weird. Also, there have only been 4 kills this entire game. Everyone, like, this sort of thing is mainly just based around just shoot the enemy cruisers until there are none left. And then, you know, then you can do a thing. So I actually had like several testing recordings before this one and before the previous episode 2. Mainly because like I've been trying to figure out OBS and what's the correct, you know, what the correct audio balancing should be. And I believe I found it, which is good for me because I love to have that sort of thing in order. There's a second sun. This is a star. I don't remember Ricotta having 2 stars. That might be something for the devs to fix there. But yeah, I just had a brain fart. I forgot what I was saying, if I'm honest. Like, I actually forgot. So let's just move on to a new thing, whatever it was. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 2 is a neat little bit of Star Wars. Like, it's not canon anymore, which makes me really sad because there was so much world building put into it, so much effort put into those games, which I think most people could agree. Along with this game, those games, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, were probably the best Star Wars games ever made. And that's a really bold thing to say, but let's be completely honest. Like, there's not been too many good Star Wars games. Like, there's not been very many bad ones. Like, you can go to to JonTron's Starcade, which I'll actually link in the description now that I mentioned it. Like, you can look at most Battlefront, or not Battlefront, from most Star Wars games. I am having brain farts out the wazoo right now. You can look at most Star Wars games and say, oh, this is okay, but I wouldn't sink, like, thousands of hours into it. You have this game and the Knights of the Old Republic series, which are so engrossing to me at least, that, like, in order to actually, like, fully comprehend just how amazing they are, you need to play them. Like, you need to play them and let yourself just be immersed in the world. Because, like, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 are built around the world building. If they did not world build, they would not be the games. They would not be games. They would basically just be talking with some kinda, I guess, with some kind of clunky combat. It would be nothing without its world building, and it does that world building so well. And, like, there's a huge story behind, like, Ricotta Prime and all that. It's such an interesting little thing. It's such an interesting planet. There's so much build up to it in the first game, and what's Ricotta Prime was to Knights of the Republic 1, Malachor 5 was the exact same thing for the sequel. And unlike most sequels, Knights of the Old Republic 2 was a masterpiece. It basically took the idea of a leveling system and, like, it turns it on its head before, like, Undertale did a good job with its leveling system. Like, you know, it did a good job like making sense of it. Knights of the Old Republic 2 did it first. It did it first, and I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not gonna spoil much at all, but I'm just saying, it does some really clever things with it, and it is absolutely glorious just how well they did it. Let's just try to take down this guy. Never mind. I just ran into someone. I tend to run into people a lot in this. But yeah, just go on Steam. Like if you have like $10 or so, and like you're not wanting to wait until a sale, go on to just go on to Steam and like look up Knights of the Old Republic 1 or Knights of the Old Republic 2. I don't have any recommendation on which one to play first because they don't. I'd probably, even if I had to choose one to play first, I'd probably tell you to play Knights of the Old Republic 1, not because of the story, because Knights of the Old Republic 2 could be a standalone game. But, like, it's such it's a bit more clunky than the second one, and once you play the first one, you'll already have the basics down on the second one. The second one doesn't really explain much to you. So, once you play the second one, you'll be so relieved because there's so much more freedom in that game to do whatever the heck you want. You can do pretty much anything, and well, not pretty much anything. There are still some key restrictions that are made to prevent the games from being completely broken. But like, there's so many things that are improved on in the second game when there was not much that needed to be improved. It didn't seem like there was much to be improved on in the first game. So what you have in episode 2, or not episode 2, what you have in KOTOR 2, you basically have a game that's like, you know, the previous one was great. We did amazing with it. Let's take everything that's good about it and then fix everything that's bad about it, even the things that the players may not have noticed, and just make it so much more, make it more convenient and just much more fun. Though I would heavily recommend play Knights of the Old Republic 1 first, preferably on the iPhone, or with restored content mods if there are any for it on Steam. Not on the don't play it on the Xbox because the Xbox has key little bits that were cut out of it. Maybe because it was unfinished, or I don't know. Knights of the Old Republic 2, the only way to properly play it is on Steam. The only way to experience it well is on Steam. It's either you play the game on the Xbox with like tons of stuff just not there, or you play it on Steam with the restored content mod for the language of your choice, and you play through the glory that the game very well could have been if it was not rushed out for a holiday release. Either way you play it. I played the entire game several ways through on the Xbox version, and I was extremely satisfied with every single playthrough. It was amazing. It was so fun. I'm sorry, like I'm gushing about this. It's like I'm finally able to I'm able to just monologue about this sort of stuff, which I don't usually do. So, like, I'm just thinking, like, I'm playing a thing that's related to one of my favorite games ever. And so why wouldn't I gush about it if it would get other people to be like, oh, you know, that'll be pretty neat, and expand the fan base of those games even more, because those games deserve more attention. They are masterpieces, in my opinion. And that I honestly think they, like, even with all the recognition they've gotten so far, it isn't enough for them. They've done so well with it, and yet it's gotten such little representation. It's gotten so little attention that it is really, really sad. How many enemy things are left? Oh, they have 3 left. Alright, so let's destroy these. I kind of want to make sure that they only have one thing with the command post left, and then like take out the rest of their units that way. And I'm sorry if this is a bit long for you guys. I don't know. This is just fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. I'm gonna think of it. The 4A class brigade things, those are actually to scale, but the Hammerhead fighters are not. It's really weird. Oh crap! Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. My ship is on fire. Now it's on smoke. I wonder if there's like some sort of like drug or something that like is nicknamed that it's like has a nickname Smoke. If someone sets it on, it's like set on fire. It's like it's smoke on fire. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. But yeah, bad jokes all around. Gushing over Star Wars games and kind of ranting about the YouTube not algorithm. I have no complaints with the YouTube algorithm actually, because we're not large enough to actually, you know, warrant complaining about it. We're kind of here, just like for now. Right now we're pretty small, 12 subscribers, and you know, we're small. We're small, and it doesn't like any sort of noticeable increase in the videos we put out with views and whatnot. Oh crap! I took my hand off the mouse to scratch the back of my neck. Any noticeable change in views has just been like a whoa, what is this sort of thing. And like the only one since the old Undertale series was, I believe it was scrapped, because like all the videos were removed. I think it was like they wanted a fresh start with it or something. I don't know. I don't remember having it fully explained. But like, where the heck am I? I got lost so hard right now. Where am I? There it is. I remember like last episode had like a huge just increase in views and everything. I got 2 team kills from that. I need to stop being so close to the things that I destroy. Because these things have splash damage. Like once you destroy these cruisers, they explode and they kill everything in and around them. Which I suppose makes sense because they have, because like most of them have hangars. The Hammerhead class things have hangars, and you know, if you didn't have your hold on, I am having a brain fart right now. If you didn't have, you know, splash damage to get rid of the things inside, then they would just fall infinitely, which is a major problem. Because like you can't have someone you can't have someone fall into space in this game, because you know it doesn't really work. Because let's just say you I'm just gonna kamikaze this one. Come on. We won. We won and erased the universe. No one should have this power. No one. I wasn't the MVP. I wasn't. I wasn't the MVP this time. But either way, that was fun. Thank you for watching. I wasn't aware that was the. What just happened? Either way, thank you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I gotta do art. Would anyone be okay with it if I did like art recordings once I get a tablet? Because I could probably, you know, draw up a nice little like, not forest or something. Maybe like I could probably draw up a beach or something. Or I could, you know, I could start up a. Oh no! Don't load again. Do not load another match, please. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play another one. For now. Maybe tomorrow, just not right now. I. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing a Knights of the Old Republic 2 kind of playthrough, sort of, maybe, because Christmas break right now, and I don't want to really like get something going that I wouldn't be able to see through. Uh, Either way though, I'm really glad you guys watched this all the way through. It means the world to me. It means a lot. So thank you very much. And if you and really if this sort of thing, this sort of looking, if this look of, you know, game interests you, then get into the Old Republic 1 or 2. And while it doesn't have space combat in those games, there's tons of stuff in the game. There's tons of world building, tons of dialogue, tons of tons of characters, and it's all really interesting. You've got to play it. You just got to play it. So thank you for watching. Thank you.